Hey there, AMC fans, and welcome to the Thursday Ticket. We are coming to you live from the AMC studio. My name is Sergio, and I'm here with Alicia.
Hi, guys. Happy to be back. We have so many movies to talk about. The show's going to be a little bit different today.
I'm going to say so many is probably an understatement.
Yeah,
I mean, if you could have picked any week to be an AMC A-list member, this was it, because you've got so many options.
Yeah. How many movies are we going to give them today?
I think maybe like 11, 12 even?
Yeah. It's a lot to talk about. So we're going to get right to it. First, the question of the week. What movie are you most excited to see this weekend or week, because you might be off? Put it in the comment section. We might give you a shout out. So first, Sergio, let's go.
Wow. Okay, so what am I most excited about seeing?
I know one of his movies.
Well, yeah, this is a given, right? Because I'm a big comic book fan, and everyone knows that already. But Aquaman is hands down the one I am going to take the rest of my family to go see this weekend. That's number one on my list.
You're going to swim over to the theater?
I'm going to go swim over, absolutely.
I like
Making big splashes. We'll do that later. But, you know, you got to have a little diversity in the mix, right? You can't be all about the commercial stuff. If I were to pick a independent title, I'd go with Mary, Queen of Scots.
Ooh.
I think that one's got a lot of potential, lots of Oscar buzz, I'm sure, behind it, too. So those are my two. What about you?
So let's see what the viewers are saying. So Margaret Cousins is saying Aquaman. Let's see. Carmen is saying Welcome to Marwen. Yep. Brittany is on Mary Poppins. What else do we have here? Yeah, a lot of Aquaman. Yeah. We understand.
Aquaman.
We get it.
Rocket.
Keep putting it in the comment section. So for me, it's Mary Poppins Returns.
Mary Poppins?
I got another one, too, but I'm going to start with that one.
You can't go wrong with Disney.
It's nostalgic. I kind of wish my daughter was a little bit older. I don't want her to grow too fast, but a little bit older to take her to this film because I think it's going to be delightful and a great family film. Emily Blunt, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's the first time you've seen him in this kind of film.
I agree.
We're on the big screen like this, so I'm super excited about that one, and also Vice. So as much as I love a Disney musical, because, you know, they don't never get it wrong, I love a political drama.
Yeah, and not to mention that Vice has gotten all kinds of Golden Globe nominations and stuff, right? So,
and it's StatCast. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, so yeah.
So with that, I mean, we said it already. We have a ton of shows, a ton of movies and shows to talk about. So let's kick it over to the... So the first one we're talking about, and a big one at that, is Bumblebee. So for those of you that are on the East Coast, Bumblebee's already on screen. For those West Coasters or Central, wherever else you live, it's starting today at 5 o'clock. Yeah,
so this one's a little bit different than the past Transformer movies. It has a little bit more heart to it, a little bit more emotion about a great friendship. You know, the other films were like huge action. This one still has it, but it has a little bit, like I said, heart to it that I think other new Transformer fans are going to be excited to see.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this movie gives Transformers fans exactly what they wanted out of the franchise to begin with, right? So the movie kicks off, you're in Cybertron, you get to see, and I'm not spoiling anything because you see it in the trailers, you're in Cybertron, you get to see the Transformers in their cartoon garb, you know, like their outfits that we knew them growing up with.
Yeah.
You get to see that for the first time on the big screen. The movie has gotten really great reviews.
Yeah, it actually is at 94%.
94% is outrageous. Look at what the previous Transformers are at, and you'll see this one far exceeds it. So yeah, there's definitely so much goodness. I mean, not even goodness, but there's a lot of talk and positive energy behind this one, so I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, so we actually got a chance to sit down with the cast. We wanted to understand more about that heart and emotion and friendship that they have in this new film, so here's what they had to say about it.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling. Try this.
You get to see him in his original form. You get to see him sort of how he comes to be and how he starts to find his voice. He has so much heart, and I think that, you know, people that know him know that and can definitely expect that. He's a lover, and he's, I was gonna compare him to a big teddy bear, but he's a robot. So yeah, he's a cuddly robot.
I think you're gonna see him with a lot more personality than you've ever seen. We took a great deal in making sure that all the Transformers really felt like they had a heart, and you could see them think and how they operate and they go about things. They feel more, you know, more human than ever before.
really has a lot of heart to it. And kudos to Paramount for really taking the franchise in a different direction, right? You got this new director for the franchise, Travis Knight, who directed Kubo and the Two Strings and things like that. But yeah, it's something they've done is working because fans and people out there are digging what they have to offer.
Yeah, so if you get your tickets at amctheaters.com or mobile app and to see Bumblebee this weekend, you're going to get this guy, the figurine Bumblebee himself could be yours. How exciting is that?
Yeah, so AMC Premier members and A-list members, take advantage. These are there at the box office waiting for you in limited supply. So get to the theater tonight, tomorrow, the next day. Don't wait too long because then you'll miss out on your chance to take Bumblebee home with you.
Yep. So, guys, let's go to our next movie. I'm actually going to, I'm not going to leave the room, but I am going to yield my time to this DC fan. So, I love movies, and I like DC too, but you are the fan. So, the floor is yours, sir.
I appreciate that, Alicia. Yeah, so there are a lot of comic book fans out there, Marvel and DC alike. I am a very big fan of DC, just comics in general. And I got to say, Aquaman, I mean, there are only two words you got to think of when you think of Aquaman, and those two words are Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Right?
So wait, actually, I said that I was going to yield my time to you, but I got to add a little something.
Okay.
So, Jason Momoa shared a video with us that we put on our channels on Twitter and Facebook earlier today, and it is from the LA premiere, and it's kind of his perspective and why he's excited, and it has his family in it. I'm not going to lie,
a great video.
I teared up a little bit when I watched it because it's so touching.
Yep.
He rented out AMC Theaters for his family, because a huge Hawaiian family, to show him this film. He was so happy and so proud. So check out that video.
So I gotta tell you the truth. Once you check out that, I saw it yesterday, I think 2 or 3 times, and it just made me feel like I was a part of it because, and legit though, because I remember getting a call from Warner Brothers, and they were asking me, they said, Sergio, we're looking to host an event at this AMC theater, blah, 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 for Jason Momoa and his family. Do you think you can make the screens available? And I said, for him, absolutely. And you know what? You see him there and he's thanking AMC, and I'm like, man, I helped make that happen. That was totally awesome.
Look at this VIP over here,
totally
helping out
amazing.
Jason Momoa and his family. What a great thing.
But getting back to the movie gives you so much. I mean, you're talking the best visual effects. I mean, there is nothing but visual effects in the movie. You gain, after watching the movie, you'll gain this appreciation for the character, because we were introduced to him in the Justice League. But Aquaman has been known as that kind of character that everybody makes fun of. If you look at him on Super Friends, oh yeah, what kind of powers does he have? He just swims in water and talks to dolphins. What does he have to contribute? Let me tell you, when you walk out of here, you are going to come out with this newfound respect for him, because he is tough, he's mean, he's got some powers that have not been seen. Totally right? Anyway, go catch Aquaman. I'm very excited about it. It is going to be the #1 movie of the weekend, guaranteed. I'm saying it here right now.
All right, so we're going to continue to talk about Aquaman. We have something for you because it is a holiday season. We want to give you something.
That's right.
We have a prize pack from IMAX that has Funko Pop dolls, keychain, and a poster.
That's right.
But you got to answer this trivia question to get it. So, Sergio, take it away.
So, in order to win the prize pack, and I'm a big fan of Funko Pops too, if you like collecting them, this is what you have to do. Answer this one question. Tell us the names of these 3 characters in the movies.
Okay.
Aquaman's mother, Aquaman's half-brother, and the former king of Atlantis. Now, you need to tell us the character's name, not the actor's names.
Yeah, the
right?
characters.
So just tell us again who his mother, who his half-brother, and who the former king of Atlantis are in the film, and you could potentially win this prize pack.
So put it in the comment section. We're going to announce the winner at the end of the show, so you have to stay with us to find out if you're the winner. So more on Aquaman. Again, huge film for this weekend. We have a video from our friends at Real D3D about why you should see this in that format, and we actually have an interview from the director, James Wan. So take a look at that right now.
It's a cross-section of the ocean as we see the heroes dive down, surrounded by all the strange creatures. Now, when I saw it for the first time in 3D, I was blown away at how much dimension and depth. For the first time, I actually felt how many creatures were surrounding the characters. That is an amazing sequence to experience in 3D.
You want to be with me. You want to be with me under the water. It's amazing when it's in 3D, something that James Wan made that I've never really seen before. That was awesome. Aloha, I'm Jason Momoa, and I can't wait for you to see Aquaman in Real D 3D.
For Aquaman, we have a little bit more. Again, huge movie, so big that we decided to make a few cocktails for you guys.
There you go.
At our McGuffin's bar, if you're 21 and over, you can have Poseidon Power.
Poseidon's
or
Power. How
Tsunami.
exciting. Or the Tsunami.
Yes, and you guys know by now, and if you haven't, know this, you can bring it into the theater. So get there a little early, grab your drink, which is inspired by the movie.
Yep.
Take it into the film and enhance your experience.
Nice. The next movie we're going to talk about, and Alicia mentioned it earlier because it's one of the ones that she's most looking forward to seeing, is Mary Poppins Return. So tell us a little bit more about Mary Poppins.
Okay, so Mary Poppins is phenomenal. Right? Everybody, not everybody, but people are old people like us.
Yeah, we're so old.
I've seen, the original with
Yes.
Julie Andrews. So this is it's the return, she's back. And Emily Blunt's in it and Lin-Manuel Miranda's in it. Again, we haven't seen him before. And everybody loves Emily Blunt. She does amazing work.
She does incredible
She's in A Quiet
work.
Place, something completely different
Totally.
earlier in the year. And now she's this delightful character that everybody loves.
And what you just mentioned was totally key for me. Lin-Manuel Miranda, we all know him from all his works, right? Hamlet and doing stuff with Moana. Oh, I'm sorry, Hamlet. Hamilton, hey, doing stuff with Moana, this and that. But this is like the first time you're really seeing him take a lead role in a film. This is huge.
And for those who've never seen Hamilton, because it's difficult to get tickets, this is the first time you're going to see him doing his dancing and singing. And so
absolutely.
It's pretty exciting times.
Yeah, the one thing I always take away from Disney movies are that it's like you may not be the biggest fan of musicals, but Disney movies are all musicals. You know what I mean? They are jam-packed with the music and all this feeling, love, emotion, and originality that you take home with you, and that's what makes Disney movies so epic and timeless.
Yeah. So one thing that's different and kind of interesting about this film is that it has new music, and so we wanted to learn more about the new music. So when we sat down with the cast, we asked them that, and so here's what they had to say.
It is my great honour to introduce this evening's renowned guest, the one, the only, Mary Poppins!
And the hope is that in a musical that the songs are seamlessly woven into the story, so you don't feel that thing where people start to sing. It feels very organic. And to create the new music for specifically these actors, that was incredible to be able to try that.
The soundtrack to this film is just out of this world. Every song is brilliant, and they're like the songs in the original movie. They go into your consciousness like that, and you can remember the words immediately.
I think we'd all be rather lost. It would be cloudier without music in our lives, and I think music is the ultimate, transporter for people. I think it takes you back to your childhood. Even people who don't like musicals are going to like it.
Your love for Disney to the next level.
Yeah.
Don't miss out on your opportunity to see the movie in Dolby Cinema.
Yep.
The majority of the theaters that we have in our circuit, probably like 85 or 90% of our theaters right now, are playing Mary Poppins in Dolby Cinema. Get on there, amctheaters.com, look it up, because it is going to be an experience to remember.
Yes, and as a reminder, if you purchase tickets to see a film in Dolby Cinema at AMC, you're automatically entered in for a chance to win a trip to LA for the Oscars to be a part of the fan experience. You can see the stars arrive. I've been there. It's so much fun. Get your tickets in Dolby and see Mary Poppins.
Nice. So the next movie we want to talk about, and we're moving away from the musicals and action movies. We're going to get into some comedy.
Yeah.
Second act, J-Lo back on the big screen.
Yeah.
Big fan. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, so she's great at rom-coms. And
Absolutely.
This isn't the only rom-com we have to talk about today. So this is an interesting and fun film. She's back on screen. She's with her best friend, Leah Remini. So friends off screen play friends on screen. And so we had the chance to talk to them about their friendship and how women support each other, and that's a theme in this film. So here's what they had to say in our interview.
It's not easy getting a job for a woman your age.
Arthur got his MBA from Duke. He's the best man for the job.
No, sir. I am.
It really is a female empowerment film. I think that it's so important to see women being bosses.
That's a key theme in our story, is how this group of women come together as friends and are really nurturing their pal, even though they know she's done something wrong, but it's not completely her fault.
You said you wanted to be fancy, so I just like Cinderella'd your ass?
This is not such a stretch for most women to be nurturing to each other.
But it's really nice to see how they guide her, but they also do it with their own sense of humor, with sarcasm. And I think that's what makes the story fun.
Push it real good. It'd be a good family-friendly movie. The next movie we're going to talk about, and to keep it in the genre of comedies, Holmes and Watson. Now, this movie you can't see this weekend because it opens on Christmas Day, December 25th. But John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell get back together. I mean, they're back together on screen. It's been a little while since we've seen them last.
So actually, since 2008 for Step Brothers, I like this duo. I think they're really funny.
They're great.
I know what I am going to get. I usually get any surprises. I know I'm going to laugh out loud. I might spit out my Coke. I don't know. But they're a hilarious duo. It's great to see them back. And also this character of Sherlock Holmes. Everybody knows Sherlock Holmes. Last time we saw him on the big screen was...
Well, we're talking 2011 with Jude Law and Robert Downey Jr. But this is a far cry from that type of Sherlock Holmes.
This is a funnier mystery. So again, it opens on Christmas Day.
Awesome. The next movie we're going to talk about here is Welcome to Marwen. Now, here we have Steve Carell. And Steve Carell has, so far this year, made some pretty serious movies. He was in Beautiful Boy, now not Boy Erased. Beautiful Boy, now with Welcome to Marwen. Thank you. I'm getting my movies confused because there's so many. But this is a story of a man who is savagely beaten by a group of men and learns how to cope with the trauma of having experienced that in a very peculiar way.
Yeah. So this is based on a true story. There was a documentary about it, and so this is now the theatrical explanation of his true story. So when we talked to the cast, we wanted to dig a little bit deeper and understand about this true story. So here's what they had to say about Welcome to Marwen.
So that's the guy.
Yeah, it's right up there. Some Nazi thugs jumped him. It's a miracle he survived.
When I saw the documentary, it got inside of me and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I thought, well, what could you do to make this into a feature film? And then I met with Bob Zemeckis, who had the rights to it. And his idea was to use motion capture to bring the doll world to life. And I thought, that's the way in.
Making the dolls come to life. You hear it in the documentary, you see them, but you don't actually see the world or them running and interacting with each other.
A couple of times we recreated his photos with our actor characters, and other times we used a lot of his own original photos in the movie. Robert Zemeckis and the entire team did a great job at staying true to the documentary and Mark's vision.
Interesting take on how people manage through some life-changing experiences. And kudos to Steve Carell, because he's making movies that are very serious in tone. I think he's trying to really show off some of his acting chops, you know?
Diversify.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that does it for most of the commercial titles we're going to talk about, but now we're going to get into a slew of independent titles. So let's kick it over to the AMC Independent Spotlight.
Okay, guys, first up is Ben is Back. So Ben is Back stars Julia Roberts and Lucas Hedges. They are, this story is a emotional family drama that takes place in one day. And so Lucas Hedges plays a character that is out of sober living, so he's dealing with a substance abuse problem, and he comes home to his family for one day around the holiday season. It's very deep and it's very emotional. I remember watching the trailer and thinking, I don't know if I can see this because it is so deep and strong. But if you are looking for a movie that has a little bit more of a message and kind of really more realistic for families that go through this, you're going to want to see this film.
And you said it. I mean, Julia Roberts, who doesn't love her? She's amazing. And Lucas Hedges has been very intentional on picking certain movies. I mean, I think they all kind of fall in the same genre or line, because, I mean, he was in Boy Erased most recently. He's in this one. He was in Lady Bird, in Manchester by the Sea. I mean, so he's in very art-driven movies.
Yeah. We were at TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival, earlier in the year, and we had the chance to talk to the cast on the red carpet when it premiered. So here's a video from...
Hey guys, we are here at TIFF 2018, where we attended the world premiere of Julia Roberts' new film, Ben is Back. We were just on the red carpet where we had a chance to talk to the cast about filming this difficult relationship story between a mother and son, so check out what they had to say.
This
subject matter is tough, but it's basically a love story between a mother and a son and a family trying to find its center again, and it's one day.
Oh my God.
Mom, no, don't. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. And that's what's so interesting about it is that you take something that seems so pretty. You take a family that looks so normal. Everyone has their problems. Everyone has something they're dealing with. And I think that's what this movie tells you. You just can't judge people. You gotta let love win.
I don't know if it will rival, say, It's a Wonderful Life, which would be my Christmas movie. But I suspect I will be watching it every Christmas.
No doubt this is going to be a very powerful movie, and I think one thing that you said earlier that I caught on to was the movie takes place over a 24-hour period.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of drama and a lot of emotion and a lot of things that you're going to experience through these characters' lives. Now, a fun fact about the movie, right? Lucas Hedges stars in the film, but the director of the film just so happens to be his dad.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I should have put that together with their last names, Alicia. But yeah, that's interesting. And it's also knowing the film, I wonder how it was for his father, Peter, to direct his son in such a deep film. So
I know. It's got to be interesting having to live in that world and tell your son what to do. Not that, in the house and outside of the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next independent title we're talking about is Mary, Queen of Scots. Now, I was very excited to see this film because you're talking about two blockbuster actresses.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking talent as
Academy
talent
Award
gets.
nominated
Academy
actresses.
Award nominated actresses, Saoirse Ronan and Margot Robbie. And the film follows the story of Mary Stuart, who is coming back to Scotland to, retake her position, her crown as a queen, but Scotland and England are ruled by Queen Elizabeth. And to add more drama to the mix, they're cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of family dynamic and this and that. And I think another theme in the movie that plays that a lot of people may connect with is that the women are surrounded by men. It's a world run by men, and no one's really comfortable seeing women on the throne, so they want to marry them off so that they can have a king rule, and they're like, no, wait a minute, no, I want to be my own queen. I want to do my own.
Yeah, so if you're interested in historical dramas, this one's for you. Not everybody, a lot of people know this story, but this is the first time you've seen it on the big screen. And the director, Josie Warwick, is a first-time director. She's directed plays, so this is the first time on film. So it's new for her, telling this very known story about these women that are cousins, but really there's some contention there with who's going to rule. It looks very, very interesting to me. So we were able to talk to Josie Warwick about the film and the sisterhood theme that is throughout this film. So here's what she had.
England does not look so different from Scotland.
Aye, they are sisters.
Queen Elizabeth, your cousin Mary has returned to take up her throne in Scotland.
Both women are trying to run the countries and stay strong in a world where they are doubted. Also, Elizabeth just baffles like everyone because people don't understand why she won't marry and why she won't produce an heir.
The big difference between them is that Elizabeth was surrounded by these advisors, and Elizabeth took advice in a way that Mary really didn't.
'Tis your voice raised, sir, and you would lower it in my presence.
But what she didn't do, probably quite sensibly, is to take the advice of the Scottish advisors around her. Unlike Elizabeth, she was a delayer, Mary was an actor. And I think you really feel in the film that these two women are desperate to meet and go, what is it like being you? This is what it's like being me.
Okay, guys, so we have something else for you because, again, the holiday season.
And the spirit of the holidays.
Yeah.
Giving.
I like that. That was cute. We want to send you to Europe. Are you guys up for that?
Europe? I'm down to go to Europe.
Yeah.
Send me, please. Yes, sign me up.
You're not eligible. Sorry, bud. If you purchase tickets to see Mary, Queen of Scots between now and January 6th, you are entered in for a chance to fly across the pond to England and to Scotland because, the movie, England, Scotland.
Makes sense. All the sense in the world. That's a pretty amazing offer.
You need to be an AMC Stubbs member, so that's join and then,
So next movie up on the docket, Vice. We talked about this earlier today.
Yeah.
You said it was one you wanted to see. Tell us why.
So, again, politics.
I hear it.
I like understanding that. But also, I remember this time. I remember when he was in office and all the stories about him. So we knew we had a lot of theories about was he really running things and why does he want to become vice president? And this movie, you know, goes into it. Also, Christian Bale. Okay, let's talk for a second about him.
There you go.
He is a method actor, so he is in character the entire time, which is like, oh my goodness.
I just find it incredible how he commits to a role so much, and he undergoes such transformations, physical transformations.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gained a lot of weight for this
That's
role.
really fun, though.
Well,
That
I'm
part.
sure. Coming off of it, though,
Yeah.
not so much.
No.
But no, yeah. Christian Bale's amazing. And then the rest of the cast, you have Amy Adams, Sam Rockwell.
Who also did some method acting.
Amy Adams?
Yeah. Because Christian Bale did, so she did. She normally didn't, so it's new for her, too.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yes, this opens on Christmas Day, so get your tickets to see Vice. I'll be there, so I'll see you there.
Next up, we are talking The Favorite. Now, we've spoken about The Favorite the last couple of weeks because it's open and limited release, but it's reached its widest point right now. And the movie stars Emma Stone. Gosh, I love Emma Stone.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Rachel Weisz, Olivia Colman.
Yeah.
You got a great cast.
So this is not one. Sorry, I don't know if they're gonna win. But they have been nominated for some Golden Globes. So the critics are really loving this film. And while I have not seen this film yet, I've heard some people around the office talking about it.
Yep.
And I feel as though after you see this film, you're gonna have some chit chatter going on.
Well,
It's
I
one
mean,
you're gonna talk about.
The reviews are amazing, and the Rotten Tomato score, last I checked, was 94%. I mean, we're talking legit. This is going to be in there for the Oscars.
Yep. So our last two films, our AMC Spotlight, are On the Basis of Sex and If Beale Street Could Talk. Both of them are in limited release. So if it's not in your theaters, it is coming a little bit later on.
Yeah, that's right. Christmas Day is when they both premiere in theaters. So make sure you catch those. And again, they will go a lot wider. So if a theater near you is not playing it, not to fear. They are expanding in January.
And we will talk about them a little bit more in shows in 2019.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I think that kind of does it for all of the movies that are coming out over this holiday season, right? I mean, we've spoken about 12. I counted them all on these cue cards. I'm like, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's serious.
And holdovers from last week. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is...
Yeah, you got to catch that one. Don't forget The Mule. I mean, that one is still rocking and rolling.
The Grinch is still playing.
The Grinch, Wreck-It Ralph, Bohemian Rhapsody. They're all there. You've got an array. You can't, again, no better time to be an A-list member. Go sign up, become an A-list member, and get all these movies for free. Three a week.
So we're wrapping up the show, but we have to announce the answer
That's
and our
true.
winner. So the
That's
answer
true.
first.
So we did have the question for the Aquaman bundle pack, right? So tell us the names of Aquaman's mother, his half-brother, and the former king of Atlantis. And the answers are his mother, Queen Atlanta. His half-brother, King Orm, otherwise known as the Ocean Master. And the former king of Atlantis, King Atlan.
Yes.
And our winner
is
selected at random is
Kenny Lowe.
Kenny Lowe. Congratulations, Kenny.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
We love giving stuff to you guys.
Yeah, it's always so much fun.
Season.
Always so much fun.
So as a reminder, get your tickets to all of the films, every single one of them. Go see everyone at amctheaters.com or on mobile app, and follow us on the social channels: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and subscribe to us on YouTube.
And don't forget to tune in again next week, same time, same place, for our final show of the year.
Yes.
Not in general.
No,
we'll have
of the
plenty
year.
of shows for next year. But the final show of the year, where we're going to recap all of 2018's best, some of my favorites of the year. What are yours?
I'll tell you my favorite.
We'll get to all of that next week. So don't forget to tune in 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 Pacific.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Happy holidays.